dare I say, civil war. Two other big stories. In Portland, 2 cops were shot. In Indiana, a judge and I believe his wife were shot. We're at a point now where the violence is escalating dramatically. So let's first take a look at what's going on with Nick on the ground. Before we do, my friends, I got a great sponsor for the segment. It is Rumble Wallet on the App Store. My friends, you got to check it out. They can cancel your accounts, they can freeze your cards, decide what you're allowed to buy, say or support. Big banks and financial institutions have total control, and they use it. That's why financial independence matters now more than ever. Go to wallet.rumble.com. It's non-custodial. Okay, let's break this down. What does it mean? On the Rumble wallet, you can trade crypto with people who have accounts on Rumble. It's like an app where you can send people cash, but it's either Tether Gold, or Bitcoin, making it really easy for you to tip people on Rumble and pay somebody money you owe them. Maybe you're going to the store and you're like, hey, man, I want to get a slice of pizza. I didn't bring cash. Hey, let me Rumble wallet you some Tether, which is effectively tied. It is effectively US dollar. It's tied to US dollar. There's no permission, no middleman, no cancel button. No one's banning you. No one's spending your accounts. Rumble has no control over this. There's no reality where Rumble can go in and ban you and shut down your ability to trade your currency. It is yours. It's not a credit line that can be shut off. It's your wallet, permanently yours. When the systems fail, institutions turn their own people. Rumble Wallet is about politics, it's about freedom and ownership and protecting what's yours. So take control. Download Rumble Wallet now. Step away from the big banks. Go to wallet.rumble.com and check it out. We got a link for you too. I think it's okay. Well, that's not a good link I can say, but I'll have a link in the description below. Check it out. Let's get back to the news. Minneapolis police victim blame Nick Sorter. The Gateway Pundit reported independent journalist Nick Sorter was robbed of a $1,000 camera by an apparent Somali woman while filming in Minneapolis. Sorter shared a video of the incident. After they stole the camera, as you know, he went to grab the door. His hand got stuck, and she drags him down the street. Sorter spoke with the Minneapolis police, who responded to the robbery by saying, we have a ton of calls stacked that we have to answer. I don't have a time frame for you. My point is, you guys need to not be in this area. I mean, I can't tell you have to leave, but if we're getting calls of you guys harassing people, driving around is not harassing anybody. No one is being harassed. The officer continued, 100%, that's fine. I'm just saying if it rises to that level, because they're saying you guys are. We're journalists. Some people are trying to intimidate us out of here for doing our First Amendment freedom. The officer responded, I know, but we don't need this stuff to keep happening. The hostility obviously not going to go away. We just want our stuff back, Nick Sorter stated. The police then went through the process of a police report and the steps to an arrest, but added, but you guys need to do us a favor and stay out of this area. So they've got video. They've got video.
We have a ton of calls stacked that we have to answer.
So what? I mean,
I don't have a time frame for you, but my point is you guys need to not be in this area. I mean, I can't tell you have to leave, but if we're getting calls and you guys harassing people,
but driving around is not harassing anybody.
We were the ones being harassed.
And 100%, that's fine. I'm just saying if it rises to that level, because they're saying you guys are.
Well, that's the other thing about us too. Is like we're journalists. Like people are trying to keep us out of here from doing our First Amendment.
I know, but I don't.
It's a little better than it was yesterday.
Hostility, obviously, is not gonna go away.
But then also when I was getting up earlier, my back shifted, and that was not fun.
Shifted.
And then we leave. That just teaches them, oh, if somebody here comes here you don't like, just rob them and they'll leave.
Okay, but there's a process that we have to follow. Okay, so we take the report, we document everything that happens. Sure. It goes to our investigators.
You mean like your tilt or whatever?
Yeah.
Back tilt.
Yeah, but when it goes to the left, it hurts way more.
We can go from there.
You think you put it on ATV? They can pull up the plate. They can figure out the name of the individual. They can get they can literally go and resolve it on their own. They do. Sometimes they could. They don't want to. And I'm going to say it again. It's because this country is bifurcated. Let me show you these. Portland police end neighborhood search for suspect that shot 2 officers with no arrest. What is going on in Portland? Now, I don't know this is political. That's why I haven't led, any segments. I don't want to come out and say it's political. Some people have tried playing that game where they said, there's headlines where it's like 2 cops shot amid ICE protests, and it's like, come on. The ICE protests are on the other side of town, okay? We don't know if this is related. It might be. This guy certainly, he shot at cops for no reason, like no reason that we know of. And they put out an update saying he got away. My view on this is utter lawlessness, incompetent police. Let me tell you, when the police make it clear that they cannot and will not enforce the law, what do you think is going to happen? So when these far leftists come out and ransack buildings, steal camera, whatever it might be, what do you think criminals are thinking? You think they're thinking, oh no, oh geez, the cops are going to get me? They're like, oh wow, cops won't do anything. And thus, here we are. Nick Sorter talking to cops. I get it. He saw the cops. He asked for help. I understand. And the cops are like, you guys need to not be here.
How many pieces have you put down so far?
People. These cops.
2454.
You know what's really interesting to me is I meet a lot of cops, and they tend to be fans. I meet, surprisingly, a lot of ICE guys. Like when I'm sorry, not ICE, TSA. When I'm traveling, TSA guys will be like, oh, hey, what's up, man? I'm a fan of your show. And I'm like, I really do appreciate it. I don't really have much to say about the TSA. I mean, nobody likes going through security, but security's gotten pretty lax for everybody. Like, I don't even know if you need TSA pre anymore, to be honest. It's so quick. So we're happy with that, and we're glad we have the security. Just, keep it nice. But for some of these cops, I respect the guys that I meet who come to me and they say, like, I love what you do. Appreciate your show. Because I'll be critical of these officers in these places all the time. They're Antifa. Now, I think these cops in Minneapolis are de facto Antifa. Because they work for a far leftist government, they're going to tell conservatives, we won't help you. They're not necessarily going to beat the conservatives. They might. In Portland, we've seen people on the right get arrested, even though Antifa attacked them, which is crazy. New York, much the same. Let me tell you a story so you can understand where we're going with this. I want to add one more thing to this, just in terms of the lawlessness. We have this story about a judge. Judge and his wife were shot inside their suburban Indiana home with a shooter at large. This is where political violence is getting. I don't know that these are overtly political, but the violence is escalating, and people feel the government isn't or won't do anything about what is currently going on. So let me tell you, my friends, about the Proud Boys in New York. What is this, 6 years ago now? 7 years ago? And they were at a Gavin McInnes event. Antifa was threatening and harassing attendees, and when this group of guys were leaving, Antifa was on they were going around the streets, they were obstructing them. And so the Proud Boys said, you want to go? Let's go. Both groups run at each other. We don't necessarily know who started the fight. A bottle gets thrown. It may have been that Antifa threw a bottle, so they ran at him saying, if you're going to fight, we'll fight you. Mutual combat, we can call it, right? Well, afterwards, the police get called. And when the police talk to Antifa, they say, I'm not talking to you, and they ran away. The Proud Boy said, thank you so much, officer. My name is John Smith. Here's my address. And the cop said, okay. Got an arrest warrant, arrested the Proud Boys, and put them in prison for 4 years. Because they said, Democrat cops in New York are on my side. Let me pull that story up for you, actually. Proud Boys NYC charges. Let's see if we can find that story. Oh, wow, here's another one from 2024. I don't know what that one's about. Let's see. Far-right Proud Boys sentenced over a Manhattan fight. It was 2019, so it's in March, 7 years ago. That's so crazy. 7 years ago. A fight broke out. Years ago. That's so crazy. 7 years. A fight broke out. Jack Brayo and Eric Kaczynski were sentenced to 5 days of community service as part of a plea deal. 6 other Proud Boys who were charged with the fight also pleaded guilty and are awaiting sentencing. The Proud Boys has been designated a hate group, blah, blah, blah. The brawl broke out. I wonder if there's a Let me try this. Proud Boys sentenced Manhattan fight. Because I think they got 4 years. Yeah, okay, here's October. Here's the latest. Well, not the latest, but the time. 2019. They jailed. They say Maxwell Hare, 27, and John Kinsman, 32, were convicted of gang assault. Prosecutors say they were the most violent among the group of 10 men. The Proud Boys, blah, 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 blah. Other members received lighter sentences. Let's see. Hare and Kinsman were jailed in a case about a fight. We know this. Police said this we get. They didn't. Wait, are they not giving us convicted? They were, took place a year ago. Looks like, wow, it was 2018 that happened. Isn't that crazy? So they don't actually say what the sentences were in this. This is just so annoying. But you get the point.
It's going to be like another 10 centimeters of snow tomorrow.
If you go to the police and you're conservative, the police will make sure they destroy your life. They will. There were cops in New York that brought... You know what, man? Don't give me this stuff, guys. When Trump got arrested, he came in, and there were cops that were like, right this way, Mr. President. At the time, he wasn't in office for a second term. What? Seriously, what? Here's what I said. If I'm a cop, and they say, Donald Trump is coming in, he's being arrested, you're going to process him, I'd say, I'm not. And they'd say, then you'll be fired. I'd be like, okay. You know what, man? Okay. I don't live that way. Okay? I ain't playing these games. If other weak-ass pansy cops want to do it, you put their face on TV. And I'll look them in the face and say, you're gonna love having your face on TV as everyone in the country sees you're the cop bringing them in. I wonder how many people are going to find your address after that. Why do it? And they did. And they did it with smiles on their faces. I mean, it figuratively, of course. This is what happens. What are you going to do? What do you do? These jurisdictions are breaking apart. I'm going to leave there, my friends. Smash the like button. Share the show with everyone you've ever met. You can follow me on X and Instagram at TimCast. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you all tonight, TimCast IRL, 8 p.m. Got another segment coming up at 2 p.m. on the Tim Pool Show. Check that one out, too. Oh, wait, that was before. Watch that one, too.
Seriously, this is beyond childish. I've been meaner to my best friends, 1,000%. Pliska McReady says, I wasn't a hateful person, but I learned how to hate by watching what the leftists say and do. Your boos mean nothing. We've seen what makes you cheer. Absolutely. 100%. Agreed completely. Blackguard for 20 says Don Lemon embedded himself with a possible Terry group and enter and disrupt a church service and then adopt the same message as that group when questioning the churchgoers, then act surprised when you get called a Terry too. And I know what you mean by Terry. You probably couldn't type terrorist. Yeah, he's your typical victim card, activation right there. Let's see. Chris says, OMG,
no, it's the back where
accusing Donald Trump of being a bigot and a rapist, and he's going to go pound me, and he's going to go to pound me in the ass for violating the KKK Act. I can't believe I'm alive for this timeline. It's pretty damn hilarious. It really is. 8 o'clock says, this is an awakening. This is awakening my ancient Catholic spirit. If you know, you know. Thank you, 8 o'clock. Okay, now I've got this right here. And I do want to move on from the Don Lemon bullshit here in just a minute, because there's a lot more to talk about than just Don Lemon. But there's just so many things that are popping up. As a matter of fact, you remember this guy right here? One of the commie terrorists who stormed the Minneapolis St. Paul Church yesterday and harassed Christians during the worship appears increasingly erratic, seems ready to die, and claims to be a combat vet. This guy is definitely unhinged. This dude is next level unhinged. If you've seen, so yesterday we saw his video, and he was very, very kind of like out there, okay? And he has now responded multiple times to yesterday's actions and a lot of the response that he's been getting online. Let me see if I can find the first one before we play this one right here, because there isn't a... Here we go. So right here. Anti-ICE psycho who intimidated and harassed churchgoers in Minneapolis says, come get me, Pam Bondi. Here we go.
Yesterday, I went into a church with Nakima Armstrong and I protested these white supremacists. A pastor of the church is a fucking ICE leader in the city. How can you be a fucking pastor and be a fucking ICE agent? Fuck them. They want to come after me? Fuck them. How can they live so comfortably while the fucking people from Somalia that are in this country legally, they have fucking citizenship, can't even go to their mosque and pray? How do they deserve any fucking different? Fuck those fucking Nazis. Come and get me, Pam Bondi, you fucking traitorous bitch. All power to the people.
Seems like a really level-headed guy. So here's another one from him.
You think your little death threats are going to intimidate me? You know how many fucking times I should have been dead? I'm a fucking combat infantry veteran. I'm lucky I fucking made it home. My life has been hard. You can't scare me. You can't fucking intimidate me. And even if you do come for me, and even if you do fucking kill me, as Fred Hampton said, you can kill the revolutionary, but not the revolution. All power to the people. I will not be intimidated by you fucking Nazis.
By the way, the people voted, buddy. The people voted. Donald J. Trump won in the landslide.
Fuck you!
Yeah, I don't know if does someone want to inform him that the people did vote, and Donald J. Trump won the election in a landslide. Can we also inform this individual that Trump's #1 policy that he was elected on was immigration? I don't know if he's aware of that. I love how he says power to the people, and then he doesn't want to hear what the people actually voted for. He doesn't want to accept what the people actually voted for. People are crazy, man. Holy crap, what a catch by Indiana. I'm trying to keep up with this game right now. It's in the fourth quarter, 3-point game. Trump is there. By the way, let me show you the image of our very popular, very, very loved 47th President of the United States of America. When they showed him at the game today, this was the response right here. Here we go.
At the twilight's last gleam, whose brush
Let's go!
we hail at the twilight.
There's Trump in the House. The people loved it when they showed the Don, the GOAT. Marco Rubio is also there. Marco Rubio is very, very excited, hoping that Miami wins. I guess if I'm like, Miami's my least favorite Florida team, but I guess I'll have to pull for a Florida team, even though I don't like Miami. Indiana's clearly the better team, but I guess I'm pulling for Miami in these late. Indiana's got the ball and they're driving, so it ain't looking too good for them. Right here, the optics of going into a place of worship are not necessarily great. Does it frustrate you that it happened this way? This is the Minnesota Attorney General.
But obviously the optics of going into a place of worship are not necessarily great. Does it frustrate you that it happened this way?
Look, here's what frustrates me. Over 3,000 ICE agents escalating into our state. A threatened 1,500 active duty military soldiers. That's what frustrates me. This situation is 100% because of Operation Metro Surge. This escalation, unjustified, irrational, inconstitutional, is why this is happening. I urge all people to obey the law, to try to do everything they can to not be provoked. But the reality, he's trying to provoke us. And, you know, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I can only tell you that the president is causing all of this.
But obviously the optics of
So it's Trump's fault. So just say it. Just say it's Trump's fault. Right here, I think this is that guy that we were just watching, the unhinged guy. I think this is him in this video clip.
The pastors try to engage in conversation.
That looks like him.
that wasn't going to take place. But
They're just walking into a church, getting into people's face. And you think you're the good guy? You think that makes you the good guy? Here is Nick Sortor, says Americans that need to take back cities from third worlders and end the no-gun zones after Somali stole his $1,000 camera.
They told me that I was the person that needed to leave, that I needed to get out of this area. I'm an American citizen, born and bred here, that is being told that I'm not allowed to be in an American city. And if that's not alarming to people, I don't know what could possibly be. I mean, the fact that
And like I've said many times, this is truly a disease in the United States of America. Okay? What happens? This is simple common sense. When you have a disease, what do you do about it? Do you just go, wow, it's got a disease, but I'm not going to worry about it. It'll go away. No, you get rid of the disease. Because if you don't get rid of the disease will spread. So you want to try and minimize it before it spreads. Cut the disease out of the country.
The thing that I did that they didn't like was that I was there with a camera. I didn't get out of my vehicle. I was recording from inside the vehicle when I ended up getting robbed. But according to the police out there, you know, a felony robbery is not enough for them to go after the perpetrator. I'm the one that had to end up leaving the area. And that's a quote. They said, you need to leave. It's crazy to me that this is the point that we're at. We're on our own out here, and we have to take our cities back. We cannot allow no-go zones to be set up.
Disinfected Science says, Jeremy, you and I both hate doctors. Come on now. I mean, I do hate doctors, but, I mean, just recently I had melanoma spots on me that I had to have cut out. That's the second time in my life that I've had melanoma concerns, and I had them removed completely because you can't leave the disease there or it will spread. So, you know, but I don't like the doctor either. I fucking hate going to the doctor.
In otherwise, you know, beautiful states like this, and Tim Walz and Mayor Fry are willing to do it just to buy political points from the Somalis. I'm sitting there in the street, they come up to my car and tell me, you have to leave, you have to leave. Security guards for the building coming into the street, blocking my vehicle and telling me that it's illegal for me to film on a street, and the police end up siding with them. So thankfully, the FBI stepped in, because we all know that Minneapolis PD and Mayor Fry aren't going to do anything to solve this robbery case. So I personally spoke with FBI Director Kash Patel shortly before coming on to do this hit.
That's the thing is, like, I mean, again, I have to, I'm calling myself out as much as I'm asking anyone else that's saying it, but I'm calling myself out too. The question is, hypothetically speaking, if Trump invokes the Insurrection Act in Minnesota, what do you realistically think is going to happen? Like, let's just be real about this. What do you realistically think happens if he actually does that? Another left-wing city will become the haven for this bullshit. Another blue state will become the haven, and another governor will start to bring all of these clowns there. It's just like you basically are shutting it down in one area so that you can start it in another area, and that will continue. And at some point, you're like, resources are going to be insane. You're going to have craziness going in all of these different places. So all I'm saying is that there is a lot more to think about than just the one action.
And he has been fantastic throughout this entire thing, and they've dedicated full resources, full help to finding the person that robbed me here, because what these people need to realize is that they are not they're not going to be able to get away with literally everything, which is how they think right now.
It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy that we're just continuing to see this. And again, this is on Tim Walz and Jacob Fry. Tim Walsh and Jacob Frost. I just saw this meme. On my timeline. George Floyd doesn't realize how lucky he was. Oh no. George Floyd doesn't realize how lucky he was. Damn. Who is this? Who follows me? Let's see. That's a good meme. I guess I'll follow you back. Let's see. That's a good meme. So. Oh, memes are the best. We love the memes. We love the memes. Holy shit. Are they holding Indiana to a fucking field goal? Miami's got a shot, boys. Miami has a shot. You can't run forever, Don Lemon. Did not expect to see Jesus driving the police car. I was not expecting that. Fantastic Snock says, makes me wonder if Don Lemon is going scorched to earth because he got fired from CNN, and then Elon Musk made fun of him.
Grab what you need. You're gonna win, you're gonna win.
Keep playing this thing.
Yeah. Why not, dog?
I was asking.
You should take that flashlight over there. Make sure you're stoked up on batteries. Just be careful not to flash it. You don't want to get caught. Let's go.
Is this it?
See, got it covered. It's not smart to stay here too long.
That's the way everyone travels around here.
Just those that want to stay alive, sweetheart. Torrance, so that's your ship, huh? Quiet. I hear something.
Yep, I hear you. Will do. Gotta go meet the others. Something's going down.
There's always something going down.
Come on. We don't want to piss it.
Follow me.
What's the emergency? Someone else has been here. Everyone, stay alert. Keep your guns tight. Shoot anyone you don't know. Stick around while I check our stock.
Take on? How?
There's nothing worse than your furnace taking a long winter's nap. Stay warm with a free furnace checkup from Enercare. Available to homes in the GTA. That's a $99 value.
Great.
Our experts can fix your furnace fast. Or we'll
Which one of you checked our supplies last?
I did. What's up?
Been with me the...
Someone's gonna have to tell the boss.
Boss? He's a goddamn store clerk. Yeah? Maybe you think you could do better.
He's not saying that.
Just saying that... Who's there? Come out.
Doesn't seem to be broken. How would you know, Einstein? If the generator had blown, there'd be smoke. Shut off the safety. A rat. Big fucking rat would do that. Well, I don't know. Probably the same person who stole our stuff. Scary thought. That's why we've got guns. Come on. Help me find the switch to get it started.
Nice work, Redley. This way. Let's keep it down. They're still close by. Follow me.
I talked slightly after the plane apologized, and I still feel really bad.
much further?
Let's just hope this ship I'm supposed to be here. My ship and have cut us off. Got it. We need to activate both consoles at the same time to open it. I'll do this.
Okay.
Ready. On three. 1, 2, 3.
Axel, behind you.
You bums think you can take what you want? Get the fuck up!
Fuck.
Let's go. The others are on their way. We need to go! Now! Hey, you bastard! Move it!
Come on!
You killed that guy!
Because he was going to kill me, you saved my life. This is about survival. Do you understand? I hear something. I hear something.
Axel.
If I go on me.
What the hell was that thing? Gotta keep moving.
Are you sure it's good to lay there that long?
Why?
Shouldn't you get up and move around a bit?
Yeah, I got up not that long ago.
Yeah, I was just wondering. I don't know.
It seems like there's nothing specific that you can do that isn't at least somewhat bad. So. Alright, I'm gonna get off.